Surrey RCMP are investigating another shooting. This is the city's 8th incident this month involving gun violence. 2 men were shot last night near 124th Street and 88th Avenue. Police believe this incident was targeted. RCMP say a white Ford Escape and a dark-colored SUV were seen driving erratically in the area. 2 men later showed up at Surrey Memorial Hospital with non-life-threatening wounds. The pair are known to police, but they are not cooperating with investigators. Vancouver police are asking you to be vigilant as they investigate 2 brutal, brazen sexual assaults. Greg Harper is live in Strathcona with more on this. Greg?
Good morning, Jody. Well, police remain at the scene here in this very quiet Strathcona neighborhood. There was a very violent sexual assault here that happened yesterday, and police are saying it was a random attack. It happened just behind me here. Police say it was around noon yesterday when a man who was armed entered a woman's home. He then attacked her, tied her up, and then sexually assaulted her. A Good Samaritan heard the victim screaming and came to her aid. And this Good Samaritan held the attacker until police arrived. A 25-year-old man has been arrested. Police say he did not know his victim. She is now in hospital with non-life-threatening but significant injuries. Neighbors, they are dealing with the shock.
By herself,
Yeah.
targeted, stalked, and assaulted, like in the middle of the afternoon, high noon, on a beautiful sunny day, one of our nicest day of the year, and she can't even be protected in her own home. It's terrifying.
The suspect remains in custody, and police will be recommending a number of charges. Jody?
Well, thank goodness for that Good Samaritan. Thanks so much. Greg Harper reporting live from Strathcona this morning. Earlier in the day, a jogger was attacked near UBC. The woman was thrown to the ground and sexually assaulted at 6 a.m. at West 16th Avenue and Discovery Street. Fortunately, her physical injuries are not serious. Police say it is too early to link the incident to the Strathcona attack or a series of sex assaults on the UBC campus.
16th and Discovery is a fairly quiet residential neighborhood. Obviously, 16th Avenue is a little bit busier. 6 o'clock in the morning, it's still dark out, not a lot of traffic, but again, a fairly brazen attack to take place.
I guess that's where we all have to maybe really look at what's the reality, because maybe the reality is, okay, we're living in a different time and maybe, we need to take more precautions just as a general rule.
2 men have been arrested by transit police after 2 separate sexual assaults on our system. The first happened on a bus out to UBC on March 2nd. An ESL student was groped, and a witness came forward to say the same thing had happened to her, but she was too scared to come forward until now. The second incident happened on March 20th when a man, or woman that is, was grabbed from behind at the Marine Drive SkyTrain station. Police are continuing efforts to prevent sex assaults on transit through various campaigns.
Sexual offenses anywhere, not just on the transit system, but anywhere, are estimated to be reported less than 10% of the time. So we know that there are very many more incidents that never get reported, and that's for a wide variety of reasons.
Parents make note there's concern for the safety of children in Coquitlam. On Tuesday afternoon, a 12-year-old girl was approached while walking home at Austin Avenue and Hickey Street. A man tried to convince her to get into his car by offering an iPod or an iPad. He was driving a white 4-door sedan with a gray leathery interior and cluttered garbage inside. He's described as white, 35 to 40 years old, balding with blondish brown hair on the sides. Richmond RCMP are calling it a sad case of mistaken identity. 3 people were celebrating an anniversary on February 28th with a campfire off River Road between number 7 and 8 roads. They were approached and attacked by 4 unknown men who sped away in a dark-colored car. Police arrived to find the victims bound and beaten. Transport Canada is now requiring any airline carrying passengers to now have 2 crew members on the flight deck at all times. This follows what is being called the deliberate crash of a Germanwings Airbus that killed 150 people in the French Alps on Tuesday. A troubling report has also now emerged on the co-pilot thought to be responsible. A German tabloid says Andreas Lubitz had a serious depressive episode 6 years ago and that a medical problem was noted in aviation records. French police believe he locked himself in the cockpit and intentionally smashed the Germanwings jetliner into a mountainside. Investigators say they've found no crucial piece of evidence after they've searched Lubitz's houses in Germany.